What up? What up? What up? Happy Thursday. Is the 10 Hut Show with a side of whiskey. Salud. Salud.
Salud, salud, salud.
Hey, you know what, guys? I want to, but thank you so much for those that have been subscribing to our channel. We are getting near to the 100 subscribers. And remember, when we get to 100, we will be able to get a customized channel. So, anyway, subscribe to our channel. Will, whenever you get a chance, go ahead and put the the new website that we have, so it takes you directly to our YouTube. But so today is all about getting just a recap about what we've done and the events coming up pretty soon. So I'm going to Jose.
The whiskey breakdown. The 10 whiskey breakdown, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So let's talk. Let's take it back from 2 months ago. Kind of recap it and discuss.
It is Throwback Thursday, bro. It is.
It is. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Let's throw it back a little bit. One of the things that we were talking about with the show is what have we learned, And I think a lot of people have been coming up to us and asking us questions, follow-up questions to the previous shows. This month, of course, we had military
Child Month,
Child Month, and then last month we had Women's Month, where we brought a female from every single branch, to talk about their experience. But what's that?
You know what, dude? It's so if we throw it back all the way to when we were in a women in the military month and things like that, like I think it was a bit of an eye opener for me coming from an infantry background. There was at least in the time that I was serving, there wasn't any females in the infantry. So I didn't see that many, not in basic training, not in, in my unit, not that many when I was in the 82nd. So looking at it from a different perspective, man, it's very interesting. And I want to enlighten because there's a lot of things that we kind of didn't see. I didn't see, or I didn't pay attention to, or I was just completely oblivious to because there wasn't any.
We just gotta say it like it is, man. We were kind of ignorant about it, And
fuck yeah, dude.
Like since I've been out, I've been, part of my studies, of course, is veteran studies, right? And the one thing that I've learned is, the deficiency that the system has on women that served in the military. And, we talked a little bit about in that show, we talked about the women's health now center at the VAs that have been developed, but a lot of states still don't have that. What I found out is that Long Beach VA has it, which, kudos on them. Yeah. But there's a lot of VAs, they're still struggling to set up a good program for females.
I got a great example for that. Hold on. So sorry to interject there, but so in the Alien Empire or Loma Linda, Dania was trying to get switch over her primary care doctor, and staff member didn't cooperate it. I mean, they literally gave her number to Washington DC. I was like, what? So I don't know if you remember, I put a post a couple of weeks ago, asking like if there's anyone have any connections with the VA in Loma Linda. Yeah. Luckily, I was able to get connected, and the director of the Women's Health Clinic, we had some time to chat, and we brought that up the situation. So now Dania's getting taken care of. This is the things that women do go through, and this is the reason why a lot of women just say, "Hey," because Dania was like, "Man, this is the reason why I don't want to go to the VA." Because this
for our listeners, we had a previous show about a month ago or 2 months ago where Dania De Leon came on. So make sure you go watch that other channel. She talked about a lot of the barriers into the VA system that women go through. So make sure you go watch that episode, and that's what Pedro's talking about.
Right.
Go ahead, brother. Sorry.
But so one of the good things I can say is that the veteran community love to help each other, and I was able to get that resource from one nonprofit out of Fontana, and he was able to help me out and connect me with which talking about that, I'm definitely going to get him on the show as well. Yeah. But it's situations like this, right? That's how we help each other out. Yeah. And don't be afraid for asking for help.
And we always advertise that. You can DM us any of us, you can shoot us a DM or private message on either Facebook or Instagram, and we'll be happy to try to answer your question or try to get you at least to the right direction of where you need to go.
Right.
One interesting part that you read about in textbooks, right? You read about in articles and research that has been done that women, they say about 70 to 80% of females in the military go through some form of sexual harassment or even up to rape, right? And I mean, you see it on the news now, it's being highlighted and it's being brought up to light. But one thing that I noticed from all four of our guests is they all had some form of story behind that, of harassment or something else, that happened while in service, which is like, wow, all four of them. I mean, it was definitely eye-opening, that because we didn't go out and say, hey, let's go find a female that has had any of that situations or anything that has happened like that. But it definitely shed some light that, it is a big problem. And I would say maybe 90 to 100% of females in the military experience some form of sexual harassment or other.
And it goes to show that, or not show, but when I was talking about like coming from a background of only serving for majority of my time was only male positions, like it's disheartening to know that I didn't even see it while I was in, and I didn't even see it until much later after getting out, that there is a toxic culture within the ranks of the military, man. And it sucks. And I, as a male, I honestly don't know what we can do to fix it, except for maybe informing people of this and getting more women to speak out about it and backing them in their voice so that it becomes stronger. And
I think also the big problem is that a lot of people come from rural areas, where they're not used to seeing the diversity or different individuals. You might have some guy that grew up in BF whatever.
Yeah, bumfuck Egan, bro, somewhere.
Bumfuck Alabama or something. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Everybody's gonna come after you now.
I know, right? They're gonna be like, "What the hell you got?
What are you talking about, Alabama now?"
Bring it in. I don't give a shit.
No. And it just goes to show that the military has to do a better job at teaching diversity and actually letting people know, hey, you come from a area that's not, that this might be acceptable, but you need to learn how to be diverse and integrate into people that are not used to what you're used to,
I don't want to. I totally agree with you, bro. But one of the things that I see is, like, even on the corporate side, the diversity and inclusion, it's just starting,
Yeah.
And if for something like that to be adapted in the military, it's just gonna take a long time, which is sad.
They're pushing for it. They're pushing for it, but I think they're going into a tactical mode versus
holistic,
type of strategic mode, because what they're doing is they're just throwing something out there instead of like, hey, what can we do to actually make something stick? And I think the military is the worst. The worst part about the military is that they're very reactive, right? If somebody messes, boom, it's like automatically safety briefing. And, instead of thinking ahead, hey, what if this happens? What if that happens? How do we stop these things from happening, especially with the development of time?
I do agree with Pedro, dude. It's a little bit of a slow moving train to implementation, because you have these old style leadership, these older gentlemen that are in, officers, they're higher ranking enlisted, trying to implement something that to them seems inefficient to them, and I say to them, not to everybody, but to them, it seems inefficient to what their mission is. You know, to them, it might seem like it's preventing them from continuing on their mission. It just, or maybe it's irrelevant to what their mission is. I know that in a combat unit, whether you're infantry, combat engineer, like it doesn't seem to be. And I'm not saying that that's my train of thought. I just put myself in a leadership position and say that a lot of them might think that it isn't mission specific. Like we don't need to implement this.
Right. Well, you know, it's it will take time for someone to really, you know, have them, you know, look at it in a whole bird's eye view and say this can definitely help out in the mission by streamlining the process of unity and working together and minimize, you know, soldiers getting hurt, soldiers getting, you know, calling out sexual assault, things of that nature, right? So,
or even a post military life, it definitely will help a lot of veterans, and especially the female.
If you're a policymaker right now, if you're listening to this, listen.
No, but it definitely helps the mental health post military,
right?
You know, when you start considering all of these things.
All right. So moving forward, so now, you know, we had such an amazing guest. You know, definitely we thank you for those that are joining us on our podcast as a guest. And it's, I mean, it was great.
One thing to add.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead, Will, go.
We still, you know, and this is an idea we were talking about, is having them do a swap. So we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, we should. Doing a 10 hot swap where.
The host will be all. Females. Yeah. Okay, woman. Yeah, definitely.
And it's coming. So our audience should expect it. So one day you might see.
We'll surprise you.
Yeah, we'll surprise you.
Jose will have no beard.
We'll do a face swap.
If I'm going to swap with my wife, it would be no beard and much smaller. Yeah. But the other thing that we mentioned earlier, especially when it comes to resources, is linking. It's how efficient veterans link each other to resources. And one of the things that we talked about in that Women Veteran Month was resources, which one of them was Amy Bravo with the Collaborative. And if you're listening and you're looking for resources, the Los Angeles Veteran Collaborative is a very, very strong resource. So I would definitely encourage people to go onto their Facebook and their website and link up with them and gain some information about resources.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
Definitely.
So now moving forward, you know, we invited Kayla, one of your coworkers, right, Jose, to the show, her perspective as a military child.
Military.
That's very interesting.
Military Child Month, man.
Yeah, so it was interesting to kind of get feedback, because, you know, in my mind I always thought about, like, okay, you know, I have kids, you know, like, okay, what are they going through?
It's on the base, and then,
especially on the base.
You know, like
that was also a very interesting episode, because I don't have any kids, and both of you had kids while you were in the military. So hearing a perspective from a military child growing up with parents that constantly deployed and left for a really long time was interesting to hear, man.
And you know what? If you're planning, so for our viewers, if you're planning to go on into the military, and you plan to have a family someday, that's a great episode for you to watch.
Yeah.
Also, if you're a veteran that currently is 100% and has kids, she talks about a lot of how she got her education through Chapter 35, and also the California resources that are out there, so that she paid zero, actually got paid to go to school, while, you know, because of her mom, because her mom
Yeah.
was in the military and is a service connected veteran. So
Right.
it's definitely
And one of the things that, I'm about to get a little personal. One thing that we didn't talk about in that particular episode is the high divorce rate for military families
Yeah.
and the impact that it has on kids.
kids. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's another thing for service or people, or if you're thinking about going into the military, you're married, or a lot of people when you're going into the military end up being married.
Yeah.
There is a higher divorce rate in the military than there is in the civilian population. So it is something to consider when you're going into the military, how strong your current relationship is, how, if you have kids and things like that, because, and unfortunately, man, and not only in veteran or in military families, but also in civilian families, kids end up being the ones that suffer the most. So that's why I mention it.
Oh,
Mostly because there was something that somebody brought up earlier today. So
she brought up the fact that her mom was not there. Like she would get home tired. But she tried to make it work. And I think a lot of us in the military, I know I try to make it work to where I would try to focus some time for my kids. But I mean, when I was a drill instructor, I'll tell you right now, I was working from, I would get up at 3 a.m. and I wouldn't get home till 10 o'clock at night. And some days I had to sleep there in the dormitories, So it was definitely difficult, especially like the first week and second week of training. You can't leave them alone for much time, So you pretty much wake them up and put them to bed. And it is it could be very strenuous on not being able to see your kid, So I know I try to make it work where I would bring my son. At the time he was around 5-6 years old, and I would bring him in on Sunday when I would go in, just check up on them, make sure they got off to church and do whatever they had to do for the day. But it was definitely difficult.
Or another topic that she brought up that we talked about during the show was, and I didn't even know it, was that there's some duty stations that you can't take your family on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't take your kids to Korea.
Yeah, you'd be months, 6 months, 8 months, 10 months out of a year.
A year.
Up to a year.
Korea's a remote 1 year.
Yeah, so you're not able to see your family. You can communicate, or you can FaceTime, stuff like that. But
it's
can't touch.
I don't know. At least in the unit that I was in, they try their best to really build that cohesion within families, so that they can, after they've gone for so long and they come back. But the way they did it was like, here, let me put you on a 1 week training, and then as soon as you get back, you go on into this like retreat, right? And it wasn't like a 1 day retreat, but it's not enough. And I used to hear the stories. You're like, this is not enough. This is not, because then you back out there again training. So it's like, but I'm pretty sure someone has written or has got some statistics as far as like the divorce rate, and I'm sure there is solutions to that. But again, it takes time to implement.
I know that a lot of people will fact check this, but the last time that I checked, I know that it was the divorce rate in the military was up to the 80s, as opposed to the divorce rate in the civilian population was like in the 60s or high 50s. I had it, but I know that it's pretty high. It's like
it's one of
a big gap between civilian population and then the military population. And I'm sure Dr. Romero is looking for it right now.
I'm not actually, but it's
I know it's pretty high.
It's up there. Yeah, a lot of people don't realize, military, and I also want to highlight our first responders. They go through through a
Right.
high divorce rate as well. So it's a high tempo and very stressful job. To be in the military, and it's just the way it is. It's hard to maintain satisfaction of your partner when you're constantly gone. You're constantly leaving, So I mean, like for those that make it, more power to you. You are a true
It's a few.
strong
Yeah.
champion, Yeah.
Hey, freaking Pedro. I mean, you got married in the military. You actually got married in Korea.
Yeah, we did.
On your first couple of years in the military.
Yeah.
And now
we're not the only one. There's other couples too that were in the same unit that made it. So they're still,
really? They're still going strong?
They're still going strong, yeah. So
you're about to celebrate 14 years, right?
No, we just celebrated. No, 15 years.
15 years?
15 years, yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, you beat the odds, dude. That's one of the things that like people should be proud of, is beating odds, man.
I am. Definitely. All right. So Military Child Month, we had some great guests. We actually, one of the last guests that we had actually last week, right? I feel like it's been so long. I don't know why.
Yeah.
We've just been so busy. But last week we had since we've been talking about Women Month, right? We got a chance to speak to Sarge, and he started his nonprofit last year, and he made an event with helping getting women together, women veterans, and now he has another one coming up as well. So those are the things that he's doing as far as providing services for vets and cutting the red tape. And I think there's one of the very powerful thing that he's doing out of in LA.
To take it back a little bit, it is phenomenal to hear and see, at least in my experience for working in the nonprofit sector for a really long time.
Yeah.
Almost every single veteran that I have met is willing and if they're willing and able, or when they're willing and able to help other veterans. Sorry.
Yeah.
Every single time, dude. Whether they're themselves or homeless or in need of something, they're always wanting to help other vets. Yeah. And that's the thing that Sarge talked about and actually represents, is he just gave up, or I don't want to say quit, because he didn't quit. He wants to pursue a different career path to help the ones that he wants to help, which is veteran, his own. Right. He left a 20+ year family income and support to help the people that he wants to help, which is his own population of veterans. So it's really cool to see. And now he's holding events all over LA County, San Fernando Valley, and next weekend is a women veteran event that Veteran Couture is sponsoring. We had a show with the owner of Veteran Couture, who is a female veteran that makes clothes, and really beautiful clothes. And now she's sponsoring
Good day to you.
This event, and is going to be there, so everyone should attend if they can.
Right. Yeah, definitely. I was going to say that I just let train of thought, because I heard what did you press, bro?
I don't know. What is that?
It was like you was talking to the squirrel. Yeah, seriously, talking about squirrel. Hold on.
Hey, so
this is gonna be a good, because I want to change the dynamic for this shit, man. But hold on. Yeah, so talking about squirrel, right? Because you said that, and that popped in my mind right now. Hold on, because we are gonna be having a paranormal event coming up at the end.
Bro, you're gonna talk about it right now?
Yeah, I don't know. I just, because that was a sign. I thought that was that.
We're missing one. We're missing one.
Oh yeah, okay.
We didn't talk about Eric that brought up big thing that happened in April 1st. Eric Alston. If you're looking for vocational or veterans readiness
and employment,
because it used to be vocational rehabilitation and employment. They changed the name. It's the same program, except now Voc Rehab is separate from GI Bill. So now GI Bill can max out at 48 months, and you can get 48 months from Voc Rehab, which makes it for an amazing thing for us that are trying to accomplish those high-end degrees. So I finally, I took his advice, right? I submitted my application. They denied it because they're not used to it. So here's the thing. If you use Voc Rehab and you had GI Bill, they took away all your months from GI Bill, right? All right. So if now they have to give them back to you. So if you submitted your application, your certificate of eligibility application for GI Bill, and they deny you, what you have to do is submit a denied in error, ask a question through the GI Bill website. Okay. So the way you do it is you go to va.gov, you go through GI Bill or education, and then you check your eligibility. And on the side, it says ask a question. That will send you straight to the GI Bill website, the education, VA education.gov website. And in there, you need to log in or create a login if you haven't, and then ask a question there and submit, what was it, 2096.
I need a follow along type thing right here.
Yeah. 2096. So you submit a form saying, hey, you know what? You denied me an error according to the new law in that passed in April 1st of 2021. Voc Rehab does not count against my GI Bill months. And then they'll say, okay, we're modifying it. And then they'll send you a certificate. It was quick. Literally, it took less than 24 hours for me to get a response that way. And I tried the other way where I would like submit a request. Hey, you're and calling them, and Voc Rehab, Voc Rehab says that you got to go through GI Bill. GI Bill says you need to go through Voc Rehab. So it's just like a bouncing back and forth. The solution is you just submit a freaking question and then they'll reverse it because they have a team specifically focused on those.
Interesting.
Oh, that's really.
I'm gonna do mine tomorrow.
Less than 24-hour turnaround. So
I'm gonna do mine tomorrow then.
Just keep that in mind. Big change in the VA. Big adjustment. So a lot of us that are going for those high-end degrees, you might have some extra months if you went through Voc Rehab.
Hey, Will, you already have like 2 doctorates, bro. What other degree can you possibly?
Yeah, he's gonna get like.
I'm going for a fun degree. So just real quick.
For like mixology or what?
You know, he talked about the thing that Eric talked about was how do you get into Voc Rehab, right? And it's a requirement based on your disabilities for employment. So say you were a firefighter in the military, whatever branch, or you were a cop, but now you can't carry all that load. You know, you can't be a cop in the civilian side. Then Voc Rehab would look at your disabilities and then take you on. All right. So that's the difference. GI Bill, on the other hand, you can do whatever the hell you want with GI Bill. You can go and take basket weaving, you know, and I know that's for civilians, we say that terminology.
Underwater basket, bro.
Underwater basket weaving for the bullshit degree. That's what we call liberal arts or something like that, you know. That's what we're talking about when we say underwater basket weaving.
And for those listeners that are offended by what he just said, good.
Okay. So
hold on. Will, there is, if you go to YouTube, type in underwater basket weaving, you're gonna see some videos.
Yeah, okay.
That's all I gotta say.
I seen those videos. So with Voc Rehab, they have to put you in a job that you can do. So there's assessments and there's all kinds of things before they approve you to go to school. And a lot of people think that, oh, I have a disability, so I should go get Voc Rehab. But, you know, I have a spinal injury, but I want to become a cop, right?
Yeah, sure, no.
You can't do that. You know. So just think about that. Whereas GI Bill, you can go do whatever the hell you want. You can go pick up a degree from whatever. And it is kind of a problem because a lot of veterans abuse that function, right? The GI Bill, where they go to school, don't pass or whatever, or like take these stupid trade schools that aren't going to get them anywhere. I'm not dogging on trade schools at all, but there's a lot of predatory type trade schools out there that are looking for veterans that have the GI Bill because it's easy money for them.
Yeah.
Right? So they'll charge, you know, a veteran $17,000 for something that costs anybody else $2,000, you know, or whatever, you know. Think about that. They're just out there looking. So pay attention if you're trying to go to trade school. Hey, you know, trade. If you're in a trade, you make money. GI Bill doesn't care what disability you have or what degree you're going for, right?
Yeah.
My biggest advice when you're coming straight out of the military and you want to go to school, fucking talk to another veteran that is going to school,
has some degrees, that
has some degrees. Yeah, just talk to a vet that has degrees, man. It's just
because
I'm
not gonna lie to you. I've done the trade thing too, but not through GI Bill, right? And we talked about that in some episodes, right? I have my Lean Six Sigma black belt, right? And I have my PMP, and that was paid through the state, and they paid $8,000 for that program. You can use that stuff. Don't use your GI Bill for that stuff. You see what I mean? Trade schools, the state will pay for his trade school if you go and apply, especially if you're unemployed. Unemployment covers education for veterans, it can be up to $8,000. And that's another episode that if you want to go look at, go watch that episode. It's a really good episode that we talk about that, right? Yeah. But what I'm saying is, when I say a fun degree, so I'm gonna go pilot school because I want to be able to fly.
Yes, high five, bro. That's what I want to do.
Cargo aircraft, because if I get that, then I can get a G5, like rent it out for the weekend, and you know, if you hit me up on the DM, hey, I'm taking a trip to Nashville, and we all hop into the G5 and take off to Nashville on a rent, which means that everybody pays, you know, $200 for the weekend or the whatever for round trip, and you know, we don't go. We could bring bottles, and you know, not me because I'll be flying.
10 10-hut trip.
10-hut trip, yeah. No, that's something that I don't.
We won't even say road trip anymore. It'll be just a flight trip, you know.
Flight trip, yeah.
So that's what I mean when I said I'm gonna go for a fun degree. GI Bill does cover that stuff, which is great, you know. But and if I wanted to make that a career to fly a cargo aircraft, I mean that would be an option as well. But it's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for more of recreational. So, and the problem is that I could get a private pilot license, but that doesn't cover medium to
larger airport.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna do a program that will cover that stuff. So.
Yeah, we should do like a 10-hut run, like whiskey run with the plane though, right? You know, like.
Yeah, dude, go to Tennessee, Nashville, and pick up some whiskey and come back.
You know, first flight, Tennessee.
Yeah, Tennessee. Tennessee whiskey.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome. You know, talking about that. All right. So we good, right? We good?
Yeah.
All right.
Not to the news.
yeah. But I actually want to get my pilot license, so been thinking about that too. So, all right.
There you go.
So yeah, I'll be the co-pilot. I'll be the co-pilot. All right. So the other events that we have, a really cool event that we're gonna be having is the paranormal event at the LAPD Museum in Los Angeles.
Let me take over this one, bro.
Yeah, go ahead, bro, because you're very excited about it. I know.
I am. So actually, no, this is so cool. So,
he's like, I want it.
You should have seen his face when I told him, hey, you know what? We probably can do something like that over there. And he was like, what? Tell me more.
Fat kid with cake.
Exactly.
Can I finish?
Go ahead.
So on May 27th, we are going to be going live on our show, and I know it is the 27th. What day is the 27th? Thursday, right? So on that day, we're going to go live, and you're going to see us at a museum. And something might happen. Some other. What's that?
27th May.
Yeah, 27th of May. Yeah. We're going live, at the Los Angeles the LAPD Museum, and we're going to be doing some and I want to emphasize that we are very amateur. We actually never done a paranormal investigation, so if we see something, it's fucking amazing. But if we don't, we're amateurs. But we're going to go live, and we're going to see if we capture anything. We got full permission from the museum to walk around the museum and do paranormal, and we're going to have static cameras where we can switch on and off. Where
I don't think you should use that word amateur or newbies, because bro, as soon as we get done with that shit, we're gonna open the gates of hell or some shit, dude. Seriously,
and it's okay.
What the? You're gonna be taking that shit with you to your house.
Satan.
Yeah.
Coming to your
But
house.
so one of the things that I have in the working in the background is this supposed medium that's going to be joining us.
What?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh. Hey, my mouse just started moving right now. I'm just talking about it.
Yeah. So, anyways, I would love for people to subscribe. Tell people about it. Join us on this paranormal investigation. We're gonna do a short clip at 7, like we do every day, an introduction, and then if you want to join us again, we're gonna come back around 11 or midnight. We'll give you more details later, but we're going to be there all night.
Yeah. What? Damn.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, dude, it's gonna be interesting.
As soon as I see La Llorona, bro, I'm out of there.
That movie was filmed in LA too, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
it was.
They
Yeah.
came from Mexico and went to LA or whatever. That's the new Conjuring is coming out. I mean,
Yeah, I heard. That's a good one. Yeah, that's
one
pretty
looks
good.
So if our audience is into the paranormal, or you know somebody that's into the paranormal, join us. Because it's going to be interesting. We're going to be live. We're going to have static cameras that you click into, and then we can show you. We're going to be doing some what's called EVP sessions, and we have REM pods. REM pods are little.
I can see. I can hear it now. We're going to be like, state your name. My name is Jap. Like my name
is Jeff.
Look, and this is the thing about Ten Hut. A lot of us, I don't know if you guys are skeptic. I'm a skeptic. I'm actually. I'll say it. We're probably gonna lose some subscribers, but I'm an atheist. I am a skeptic. I don't believe in this stuff, but it is very interesting to see other people's reactions, because most of the time I think I could explain it. So coming into this investigation, I'm a complete skeptic, but
he's gonna use science
to see people's reactions.
Yeah.
I am, dude. I don't know if you guys believe, dude, but I don't. I honestly don't.
Well, do you think we're the only ones in this galaxy?
No, dude, absolutely not.
Okay, yeah, of course, yeah.
Quantifiably impossible.
I don't think so either, man. I mean, there's got to be at least organisms out there. I mean,
oh yeah,
everything has life and a lot of elements, or components.
Yeah,
seriously, yeah.
But I mean,
I'm pretty sure. I believe it's
paranormal.
paranormal.
Yeah,
I'm sure there is a dimension that we probably don't see, and we think is a paranormal, paranormal, but it's actually.
But I will tell you that I do believe in quantum physics and the loss of energy, or you can't lose energy. So if the transference of energy just shifts position, so
yeah,
if something that you can't explain can be explained by other things that. Like string theory and things like that. So I think there's other explanations. I don't think that it's just.
I think it would be pretty naive to think that there isn't other stuff out there.
Yeah. Anyway, but
I mean, even if you believe in God, that's something else out there, right? It would be some form of life somewhere else. So.
Yeah, well, like just one of our friends says, he believes in Thor. I don't know if he's watching it right now.
That's a good one.
Like,
That's a good one, man.
that's his god.
All right, bro.
Yeah. So what do you got there? Oh yeah. All right. Cool. That's right. Yeah. Thanks for reminding me. All right. So guys, check this out. Right. So actually, you know what? You take over on this one, man, because you got the
Yeah,
yeah.
you got the money.
You got the money.
All right.
Yeah.
So this is what we're asking our audience. We got a donation from actually my wife, and we have five $50 gift cards.
From who?
Yeah, Amy Bravo.
No, I mean, like, what organization?
Oh, so it's going to be the Los Angeles Veteran Collaborative.
Yeah.
And USC. If you know of any veteran, this is and I'm not going to show you the front because it has numbers you can put. But if you know of any veterans that are in need of groceries or anything else, we would like to help out those veterans, whether it's one gift card to get just whatever the need is. We have the email that you can send us that information, or you can send it to them and they can email us. And we reach out to them and we will get these gift cards out to them. What we do ask is subscribe. That's all you need to do. Ask people to subscribe. If you know of a veteran family, a veteran that's in need of anything that can use these gift cards, we have a couple of gift cards. I only brought 5, but a couple of gift cards. Shoot us an email, subscribe, have them subscribe, contact us, and we'll reach out and we'll get these gift cards definitely out to them, whether it's by mail, we'll personally deliver it to them. We want to help out our own. Yeah. That's exactly what this channel is about, is to inform our own, help out our own. And this is what.
And just remember, we're in Los Angeles, Orange County, Inland Empire. I mean, we're Southern California, So
just to let you guys know, the intention of this channel was to actually put the word out, because a lot of people have said, oh, I don't know where to go, or at least say, I need some, who to ask or whatever, so this is the intention of the channel, to actually, for us to grow it so we can keep helping other veterans. Now, we can't do everything, but we can actually connect you with the right, nonprofit or resource that the veterans need, through this channel, so that's the whole point of doing this, right? So that's our ask. Share this. The info, their email is there, info@10hut.org, and then you can actually subscribe to our channel at 10hutshow.org.
Yeah, and these are Visa cards, so you can use them for pretty much anything. It's just like a Visa card. So if you know of a veteran family, a veteran that's in need, reach out to us. We'll get these to them for whatever it is that they need. 1, 2, 3, or 4, whatever. I will give, if a veteran is in desperate need of something, rent or something, we will get these all. Yeah. However many we have to them. So reach out.
And then so for the event that is coming up with Sarge, we're going to be having some sort of like a sweepstake type thing, win something. So come on over. All right, come on over.
And we'll also have some gift cards that day too. Yeah. We'll raffle out some gift cards, and join us. But do you have their link so that people will know where to go?
Yeah. So again, info@10hut.org, and then subscribe to our channel, 10hutshow.org. Cool. All right, guys. Cool. This is great information. I mean, thank you for those. And another thing too is that I get emails, I get DMs on Facebook, and I'm text. I'm pretty sure Will does too. Jose is the only one with no social media. He is a social media, he's against it. I don't know why, but I know that people have reached out.
That doesn't believe in government.
I know, right? It doesn't believe in ghosts either. Anyway,
I work for the government.
So we do want to say is that people have reached out to us saying thank you so much for the info, or have said, hey, I have my kids, my child is looking to get into the military. We want to give out information, true information, right? Authentic information. not just pitching like, hey, yeah, you know, you
Hey,
can. You know.
you know what? If we don't know, we'll find it.
Oh yeah,
We
definitely.
know, we know our network is so big. I
Yeah.
mean,
It's vast,
just
man.
I was telling you, Pedro, earlier, right?
Yeah.
That I met up with one of your friends, right? And I mean, he started telling me all kinds of stuff. I was like, wait a minute, you know Pedro? He's like, oh yeah, I know him. You know, so the veteran network is tight. You know,
Yeah.
especially with people that help out, that are sometimes even employed to help out veterans.
Yeah.
It's tight. So hit us up. Like we definitely have the information.
Yeah.
We'll find the information.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, for sure. So I hope you guys enjoy the whiskey or whatever drink you guys were, you know, drinking while watching. Go ahead.
Before we close, though, what are you drinking, Jose? Because you got some special stuff over there.
Yeah,
That,
dude, so
that one I never heard of.
it's Old Camp
Uh-huh.
Peach Pecan whiskey, bro. It is
Bring it
phenomenal.
up closer to the
Peach?
camera. Bring it up closer a little bit. Too much light. Can't
Yeah,
see.
there we go. Sun right there.
Well, let me read it. It's 35 proof, or actually it's 35% alcohol, 70 proof. It's let me see where it's from, man.
Peach? I'm not a peach. I don't like. I mean, I like the fruit.
Oh,
Eat
Tennessee.
it, but I don't.
Of course, it's from Tennessee.
Yeah.
I
It is
think
really good. It's
We should
smooth.
make a road trip to Tennessee.
if we do the G5 to Tennessee, we're gonna bring back a couple cases of different.
Oh, actually, for our audience that are listening, we are going to bring in and what we consider an expert in whiskey in the coming weeks. So stay
Yeah.
tuned
And
because
he's Air Force, and he's Air Force.
yeah, Air Force, and
Highway.
since we're always drinking whiskey, he's
Yeah.
going to be able to tell us what's the difference between
What the
whiskey,
hell are we
bourbon, fucking.
His house is like full of freaking whiskey. No,
Oh yeah, dude, he's got walls of whiskey. man.
what is the what do you call those wine taster? The wine people that know how to
Probably
pair.
sommelier.
Sommelier. Yeah.
So, yeah, so
sommelier.
there's
So
a
it's
whiskey sommelier.
sommelier.
Yeah, that's what he. I'm pretty sure that's what he's at.
I
That level.
consider him a whiskey sommelier. I've been to his house several times, and every single time that I go, it's
I don't know why he doesn't have his
mind-boggling.
channel. He should have his like his own channel, like YouTube channel. You know, he'll get sponsored by every whiskey company.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We should bring him in like every
we
week
should. Yeah,
or every month.
yeah, definitely.
All right.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. Thanks for those that have been subscribing. You know, again, share this video, especially this video, because you know we're actually have some gift cards for veterans.
Yes.
You know, so and subscribe to the channel. We got a new channel up. I got a comment over here. Whoa. Hold on. We got Sarge up in here. All
Hey,
right.
Sarge.
So yeah, what's going on? And he said he just finished saying today was my final day at HR job. It's time to go full time at Sarge Resource Center. Congrats, man.
Congrats.
Congrats, Sarge.
You have all of our support. You know, I know how it
Right
is.
on.
Yeah, definitely. So, and we were just talking about, you know, going to your show. So we're super excited and just put the word out too. We have some gift cards that we can give out to vets, you know, so.
And we're also going to go live during that event. So join us on May 8th. Ten Hut's going live at noon from that event.
Yeah. Anything vets out there that you guys know, here's an email. Send us an email. Need some cards, you know, some gift cards, and definitely we'll respond back. All right, guys. Until next time, take care. And have a
Salud.
great weekend.
Drink
Salud.
responsibly.
Yeah, my drink is gone. All right. Peace out.